This race recap brought to you by Phillips Connect, technology that moves us forward.
How you view this final round may say a lot about your personality. If you look at the cold, hard numbers, Matt Hagan has this thing in the bag. He's been quicker every run. He has been better on the starting line virtually every run. If you look at this with your heart, you see a team that's recovering from the loss of a crew member. You see a team that's coming out, racing with heart and soul on the right-hand side of the drag strip, on the right-hand side of the tree. It's the Nitro Funny Car Final. Blake Alexander whiffs the tires. Matt Hagan goes 391.0 at 330.96 miles an hour, and Tony Stewart Racing has entered the history books of NHRA drag racing as a winning operation. Bruno Massel is on the starting line, headed into the scrum with the winning funny car team.
Tony Stewart has given hugs and congratulations to all his crew guys right here. Dickie Venables, the man who calls the shots in this car. Tony, I can spin you around here for 1 second. What does this mean to you to get your first victory as a team owner here in the NHRA?
Well, it's because of this guy right here, Dickie Venables, Mike Knutson, Alex Conaway, all these guys. We got an awesome OEM that supports us, and we got a great group of guys. This is his team. I just got to piggyback it and bring it down the street to our shop, but this guy's the one that's done all the work, and we got a pretty cool guy driving that race car too that knows how to manhandle it when he needs to.
Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That's a big day, you know. Obviously, we pulled down the first win for Tony Stewart Racing. You know what these guys, you know, him and Leah has done over the winter to put this team together and keep this thing going, and having our, you know, our Dodge, you know, power brokers, direct connection folks come over and be a part of it as well with TSR. It's huge, you know. I mean, it shows that they like our team, they like what we're doing, they like the wins that are coming, and you know, they get the return that we're trying to give them, you know. So that was big in itself, and just for Tony to come over here and be a part of NHRA, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's great, you know, but he's married to Leah, but you know, he ain't married to me, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, he wants to be here, and that says a lot for our sport, and it says a lot for what we're doing here at NHRA.
Tatum comes in with a 7/100ths of a second performance advantage over Doug Foley as crew chief Aaron Brooks. John Stewart stepped back to look on. Top Fuel final at the Gatornationals. Foley left on him by a ton, but he's got cylinders out at the finish line. It's Tripp Tatum for the first time in his career. 370 flat, 330 miles an hour. This celebration is raucous on the starting line. Doug Foley was out first. He goes 3.806 and loses.
It's like I said down there. It's, you know, speechless. It's kind of sinking in a little bit. Kind of lucky. I could not see the tree at all. Matt and I were talking about that, and I mean, I had a 190 light. I just couldn't see it. He was out on me. I saw him till 300 or 400 feet. So there's a little luck involved there. It definitely helped. You know, fun fact is, like, you know, Aaron Brooks and those guys are such good people. I mean, he works on my car, you know, during the week and helps, and so that was a special moment to race him and those guys. I mean, they did really good too.
The teams step away. These two drivers will take a deep breath. It is a burgeoning rivalry, their 10th meeting, a rubber match of sorts. Koretsky has the better of it, but he's out of the groove. The car's sliding around. Does he have enough horsepower to stave off Glenn? He does not. 648.6 at 210. Koretsky goes 651.3 at 211 miles an hour. Kyle did leave first, but Dallas Glenn has won again.
We're so racing. You know, we only got one qualifying session, and you know, when you only get one, everybody's kind of they don't really want to really go for it because you don't have any backup or anything. So, you know, we didn't necessarily make a bad run on our first qualifying run, but we were definitely conservative. But it was really a good thing that we did get that run. You know, they were talking about, you know, it was getting cold real quick, and we were all nervous about it, especially because the track had, you know, all the rubber had came up and they had to put all the rubber back down and everything from all the rain. But you got to hand it to the Safety Safari. I mean, they did a phenomenal job. I never had a problem with the track. It felt great to me all weekend.
The more high-pitched sound of that four-cylinder engine underneath Karen Stoffer. Stoffer is 0.19. Angie was okay at 27, but Stoffer brilliant off the starting line. And an exclamation point at 6.700, 200.77 miles an hour. Tony, there is winning a race, and there is just straight out domination.
I would say if I were walking through the race day, I'd have to take it back a few days, and that was when the rain started. And we didn't get any qualifying passes, so we came out of the box today and threw down a 668, which is hats off to Tim Kalenjian and Jerry, obviously, as well as all the work that Keith and Harvey do. You know, they put that Ray Skellman bike out there out in front of everybody, and it was phenomenal. You know, everybody asked me, how did it feel? How was that pass? Did you know it was the fastest pass? And I said, well, it's really very smooth and very consistent. You know, the power is just very consistent through, and it's very smooth. And you know when it's a very smooth pass, it's going to be fast. I certainly didn't know it was going to be a record pass, but it definitely felt like it was going to be a fast pass. So hats off to Tim and the team for helping me get that big St. Charles bike, Suzuki Extended Protection, with that big 668, and then backing it up with the 666, which was phenomenal. I think we could have got a little bit more out of it. I kind of bobbled that one a little bit, so we might have had a little bit more, but really excited.
All right.
Such a popular category here in NHRA. I know you fans love wild and crazy door slammers. And we certainly appreciate the help of FTI, Aeromotive, T&E, for helping bring us Pro Mods here this weekend. That has been wild side-by-side 5-second, 250-mile-an-hour action, and one of them going to draw first blood here in the championship. Sydney Frigo out of Brazil, and Chris Thorne, who lives here in Florida, trying to keep the Wally in the Sunshine State. And if he does, it'll be his first time in NHRA. Two Pro Charger cars locked and loaded. Final round, Pro Modified. Hustling down to the stripe. Wind light says 564. Chris Thorne, and they go crazy on the starting line. Those guys have been losing their minds every time a wind light comes on. And in the final round, it means even more.
Both were broken and unable to answer the call. Instead of sending them down on a meaningless buy run, we asked them, they agreed, they're running the final. Lenny Lodig, tank trucks, trailers in the Pennsylvania area. Got David Barton Power, so proud of this car. He's run many different styles of race cars, bracket cars, and otherwise, but he wanted the challenge of factory stock showdown. Anthony Troyer, similar situation, has always been enthralled with racing. Here we go, the first final round of the Amalie Motor Oil NHRA Gatornationals. Better than two reaction times. Here comes Tater. And it's Lenny Lodig with the win, 770 with a 4 at 177 off the starting line first, and a wire-to-wire victory for Lenny Lodig. And Lenny is your first winner here at the Amalie Motor Oil NHRA Gatornationals.
Make sure you subscribe today to get the latest in drag racing video content. Make sure you check out the Competition Plus Power Hour with the Monday morning racer Lee Kraft and Slammin' Sammy Smith every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter channels. It's easy to stay in the know. Download the CompetitionPlus.com mobile app. Sign up for push notifications to get notified of breaking news and the latest feature stories and videos. It's a free download at the iTunes Store and Google Play. Get your CompetitionPlus.com apparel today. Whether it's our nitro-burning funny car design or the vibrant door slammer design, we have the swag to show you are always in the know. Get yourself a hat too. And we know not everyone enjoys wearing a mask, but if you must wear one, at least wear a good-looking one. Check out the new CompetitionPlusApparel.com for the latest from the place where you have trusted for your news on the internet for over 2 decades.